Bread's bullshit builds. It's where I build computers and do all that good stuff. Yeah. We're gonna be going over my fun build. It's called the bread tie build. I had a friend that challenged me to build a computer using only bread ties, no screws, no nothing, no zip ties. Yeah, it was great. Anyways, so let's go to the next thing. Yeah, okay, so I start out with a motherboard, a couple of bunch of stuff, basic stuff, power supply, your hard drive, all that good stuff. Then started assembling it. It was my friend that was quote unquote helping. I just ended up sitting here and assembling it all by myself while he ate like lollipops or something. I don't remember. Anyways, as you can see, I'm going about my business, building, building, building. That box is full of computer parts. It's great. Yeah. So I selected one of the two graphics cards that I had that were compatible with the computer. Uh, I'm not entirely sure which one is more powerful, but I didn't really care at that moment. I was just like, oh, well, this one fits and this one doesn't require as much fan or exhaust or whatever. Yeah. Uh, So or I assembled it, made it all good, done up, mostly. Got the hard drive in basis and was like, oh, I need to make a chassis. And so I was trying to think of all the ideas as I cleaned up. Yep. Uh, Next clip, come on. Nope. Okay. Okay, here we go. So now I'm plugging in the power supply and all that good stuff, right? And I was looking at it, it's like making sure, oh, well, before I plug up the power supply, I should probably make sure that I have the hard drive connection correct. So I got the hard drive connection, then this is me staring at graphics cards again, actually determining, yeah, quick couple of Googling, all the scientific process of Googling stuff, forgetting what you're looking at, then Googling Bitcoin, and going back to your business. Yeah, and that is a Golden Girl shirt because I gotta keep it real. Watch the Golden Girls; they're great. Betty White, I love you. Okay, anyways, then I actually went and got a power button off of an old computer in recycling. Like, there's this big recycling pile that I went to. Here's the chassis thing. Forget what I was talking about. Anyways, so I was trying to figure out how to fit this little computer into this cardboard shoebox. Yeah, I know. It's beautiful, right? So, fit it in and then proceeded to cut holes for it, put the hard drive in, cut a hole for the hard drive slot so that, I could run the cable through, keep the hard drive internal. Yeah. And proceeded to get it all duct taped together, all the good stuff right there. Yup, there we go. It's going good. At this point, I'm trying to make sure that not zip ties, the bread ties that I was using would basically tie the board to the box. It was like, oh, okay, there we go. Got it all done up. Then I made parts for the PCI cards. It was like, oh, well, I'm going to have to display output somehow. So then I got to duct taping and cutting. Yep. I duct taped the back on and it looked amazing. I ended up going with the one with the fan because the other one got messed up. That's the computer day 1 or day 2 or whatever. That's what it looks like. It looks great. And that's it from behind. Yup. Duct tape's life. Okay, then I started going at it again. This is whenever I found out that the power button I was using didn't work with this board because this board is a Dell specific board. And whenever you're working with old boards from like old systems, you have to remember to look at what the board, like, shoot, how do I explain it? You have to look at the board and see what type of board it is, because certain boards have certain pins. And you can trip them with a screwdriver, but because I'm lazy and I don't want to do that every time, I just went and got a power button control board, which I stole off of another computer that was being recycled. Yeah, this computer is 100% recycled and free. I didn't pay a dime for it. I mean, unless you count like the $60 shoes that were in that box, but that I don't think that counts. Anyways, we continue to watch as I come up with my stupid idea. This is when I got the power connected and was like, oh well, how am I gonna power everything? And I started thinking, oh well, where's my power supply gonna go? So naturally, I went the janky route and put the power supply on top, because why not? Why would you not want to do that? And made sure the hard drive didn't rattle around. It was all good. Then I left for a while, and oh, that's right, I was finding the fan, because I was like, oh, this is gonna be really bad. Okay, this is the only time that I violated the no zip tie thing, because it was like, okay, the bread ties are going to melt instantaneously if I do this, so I'm gonna make sure that it's working fine. So we're gonna make ventilation and not burn down the house. Yeah. So I use zip ties, because it's like, I'm not chancing it. There's no way I'm going to burn down the family home. No, that's bad. So this is me in the end, finally, eventually getting the thing zip tied to the top of the heat sink, which probably isn't a good idea anyways. So, yep. Here's the full computer, mostly assembled. So my other friends, he's helping me. We were just I was putting on last minute touches. This is a while later, but yeah. He just sort of stands there. Well, wait, yeah. You can look at the back of my jeans, I guess. I don't know. This commentary is going to crap. Anyways, yep. We start plugging it in, or I start plugging it in. I'm making sure everything's wired up. I'm plugging in my power button finally, which got the duct tape holding my power supply in place. Oh gosh, it was a beautiful build. Yeah, I still have that power supply. It's a good power supply. Then we left, and I think this was the popcorn break or something. Yep, you just get to stare at my computer on the ground, and he starts wiring stuff up because he's wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, and then he messes with the camera and ends up having to fix it. Sorry. Oh, and then he started being cameraman. And this was, and it booted. Yeah, this is whenever we got it to post. But then it started being weird and wigging out. And it tried to boot to Windows, and it's like, hold up. Well, it shouldn't be trying to boot to Windows. This drive is empty in theory. And I started eating kettle corn while we stared at this, but it was, yeah, watch me eat that kettle corn. Good kettle corn. Anyways, yeah, then we're looking through the BIOS, it's all working, it's detecting all the things. It just keeps trying to boot, and we couldn't fix the visual settings. And also this board died later on? That's how much RAM it had. Yeah, it was shit tier. It was not good at all. But anyways, yep. This is the board, and yeah, it booted up and all that good stuff, but I was like, oh yeah, it would boot up, then it would blue screen, and it's like, yeah, no, we're not gonna mess with a computer that blue screens every time, even if it's trying to boot into Windows when it's not supposed to be. So I just ended up leaving it, and yep, it does this couple more times until finally I decided that, oh no, we're not gonna be messing with this anymore because I don't have time to get free stuff. Any more free stuff because the place I get the free stuff from is closed. Yep, this is just me messing around with in BIOS trying to get stuff working. And it tries to start Windows normally, and it's like, we don't got Windows, what are you talking about? Blue screens, continues to blue screen, and they just say, nah, screw it. It's dead board. So, after that, I just decide to disassemble it. Oh yeah, the shaky video is coming up. Yep, sorry. Yeah, I gave him hell for it. It's like watching The Shining, but with camera shake 1000. It's bad. Like, watch this. See, and this is me disassembling a computer in shaky as crap stuff. Yep. Proceed to break it down, and it's all good. Most of the time, I just sit here and geek out. Anyways, thanks for watching my stupid video about making a bread tie PC. It quote unquote worked, and I'm going to be retrying again because, well, as you can probably tell, I can't quite do it. The thought is to try and run it some sort of game on it, but I was unable to. So I'm gonna try again, and that video should be out. Yeah, I have no idea timeline wise. My life is hectic as crap. But anyways, bread tie PC, first attempt, version 1, everything got recycled in the end. Anyways, have a good day, bye. Yep.